Welcome back. You're still watching Breakfast Central. Time to take you to the world of sport. The 2023 Diamond League Athletics Series reached its halfway in Stockholm, Sweden, where some of the world's best and brightest track and field talent had to navigate some inclement weather. South Africa's Akani Simbine sprinted to back-to-back Diamond League titles in the men's 100 meters, while the first half of the women's 200 meters race was a tussle between Asher-Smith and Ivorian athletes, while Ivorian athletes Talu was in the middle lanes. We've got world champion and world record holder Amusan. She showed class to win the 100 meters hurdles in the time of 12.52 seconds, despite the wet conditions on track. Her compatriot, Brume, put up a respectable outing in the women's long jump, finishing fifth, leaping a distance of 6.51 meters. Kenya's Beatrice Chebet produced a season's best of 14 minutes 36.52 to dominate the women's 5,000 meters in her only second race over the distance this year. While in the women's 1,500 meters, Frenwenyi Hailu from Ethiopia had an Ethiopian 1-2-3 winning the middle distance event in the time of 4 hours, 02 minutes, 31 seconds. Moving away from that, women are taking center stage in the world of sport, and it is in the world of rugby sevens, where the Zambia women's rugby sevens have qualified for the final round of Paris 2024 Olympic qualifiers. Now, this follows a 31-5 win bottom of the bottom table. That's Egypt, the Egypt women's sevens. The win has also cemented Zambia's first position on the log and subsequently qualified for the finals of the ongoing Paris pre-Olympic qualifiers. All hail the women of Zambia. Let's still stay on women matters, but now to the world of basketball and on the Nigerian scene, where there is trouble in the air. The Nigerian Basketball Federation's unexpected decision to hold an open tryout for interested participants ahead of the Women's Afro-Basket Championship has come as a shocking surprise to players of the D Tigers of Nigeria. Now, the reaction is coming after players allegedly discovered the tryouts have been announced without any prior notice to former players. Now, amidst this disappointment, one of the players conveyed her feelings to the basketball journalist Kenny Bamidele with a poignant remark, simply saying, quote, "No words." Now, a number of players could not fathom why this was coming at this point in time, when there is a new coach and when we're expecting a new dispensation in women's basketball for Nigeria. I'm very sure the Nigerian Basketball Federation will give us answers to that. But let's take you to the world of football. Still women matters. The Nigerian women's football team, Super Falcons, are set to step up their preparations for the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup. The nighttime African champions on Sunday, they departed Abuja for the 15-day training camp in Australia before the World Cup, with their base in Brisbane, which is also a venue for the two group matches that they would have. The World Cup, featuring 32 teams, will be hosted by Australia and New Zealand between July 20 and August 20. Nigeria's opening matches against Olympic champions Canada at Melbourne's Park at the stadium on July 21, 2023. And of course, the lady you see on air right now, Onome Ebi, would be making history, 6th World Cup appearance, and also the first African, both male and female player, to ever accomplish that. While the Nigerian team, the nighttime African champions, are focused on their 15-day training, there is trouble for African champions, as African women's champion, the Banyana of South Africa. Now, a makeshift Banyana side lost 5-0 to Botswana at the Shakane Stadium on Sunday, in a day overshadowed by a standoff between South African Football Association, SAFA, and the 2022 Women's African Cup of Nations champions, the Banyana. Now, the friendly was meant to be a farewell match for Banyana before they depart for the 2023 FIFA World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. But the day will be remembered as one of the saddest days in South African football history for those who love women's football. Now, the match was supposed to be a friendly match between Botswana and South Africa, kicked off an hour late, as head coach Desiree Elise had to go scamping 4 players who were not in the World Cup list, were not in the traveling party, to come honor that fixture. Why? Because the selected players for the global showpiece took a stand against the South African Football Association, SAFA, earlier in the day. The bone of contention are the issues surrounding distribution model for the World Cup, as the ladies want the guaranteed money announced by FIFA recently to be added to their own contract. Now, there was a lot of pandemonium. A lot of people came out to speak for the girls because SAFA President Danny Jordan had to tell the girls, go home, we do not need you anymore. But let's listen to what is the bone of contention.
Yeah, it's not true. It's a lie.
Yeah.
So they were in the bus at 12:30. They were told to be in the bus at 12:30 to go play. They were there. They were there. They were stopped. They received a call from the president saying they must not come. So we are here to support. They were told to go home. Pack your bags and go.
Wow.
No, here's the manager. She's the one who would have conveyed the message. So we are not doing anything. We are not lying. We are telling them. The media must do its work. That's all. It's not our responsibility to tell the media how to do its work.
Oh no, this cannot be happening to the African champions, the Banyana of South Africa. It's just a few days to the start of the World Cup and we are saying this. Oh, not really happening on the continent. But last sport update for you. You will get more on In the Game, 3:30 West African time. Back to you, Osa and Olive.